Nobody else can fulfill the purpose that has been uniquely assigned to you. You were born with a specific assignment, a divine reason for existing, and no one else can walk that path on your behalf. You cannot outsource your destiny. Others may inspire you, guide you, or even push you in the right direction, but at the end of the day, the responsibility to act rests on your shoulders. Many people spend their lives admiring the success of others, hoping for opportunities to fall into their laps, but the truth is, no one can live your life for you. You must make the decision to rise, to step forward, and to take control of your future. It is easy to look at those who have achieved greatness and assume they were destined for it. But they did not simply wake up successful. They made choices. They decided to embrace their calling and pursue it with relentless determination. The same is required of you. If you do not take responsibility for your own purpose, you will waste your years watching others live theirs. The graveyard is full of unfulfilled dreams, not because people lacked potential, but because they never took ownership of their own destiny. You must also understand that excuses will never change your situation. Life does not wait for you to feel ready, nor does it pause until conditions become perfect. Too often, people delay their progress because they are waiting for the right time, the right resources, or the right people to support them. But waiting will not accomplish anything. Every great achiever had reasons to wait, but they chose to act instead. It is not about how much time you have, but what you do with the time you have now. Many people complain that they lack the resources, the knowledge, or the right connections. But resources come to those who take action. The world does not respond to wishes. It responds to work. If you begin with what you have, more will come. If you step forward with what you know, more will be revealed. But if you do nothing, you will remain in the same place, trapped by your own excuses. Success is never the result of waiting for things to align perfectly. It is the result of taking a step even when the path is unclear. Those who achieve greatness do so because they refuse to let fear and uncertainty hold them back. They do not wait for permission. They do not wait for circumstances to be ideal. They act, they move, and they adjust as they go. Every dream, every vision, every great accomplishment begins with a single step. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is simple. One group acts despite uncertainty, while the other waits for certainty that never comes. You have everything you need to begin. You do not need to have it all figured out. You do not need to see the entire journey. You just need to move forward because movement is what attracts opportunities, growth, and success. Procrastination is one of the greatest enemies of success. It disguises itself as wisdom, making you believe that waiting for the right time is a sign of patience, but in reality, it is often fear in disguise. Every time you delay taking action, you are pushing your future further away. Time is a resource that cannot be reclaimed, and every moment wasted in hesitation is a moment that could have been used to build, to grow, and to advance. The danger of procrastination is not just the loss of time, but the loss of momentum. When you put things off, you train yourself to be comfortable with inaction. You become skilled at making excuses instead of making progress. People often wait for motivation to strike before they begin, but motivation is fleeting. It is unreliable. It comes and goes. Those who succeed are not the ones who wait for motivation. They are the ones who develop discipline. Discipline is the ability to take action regardless of how you feel. It is the willingness to move forward even when the excitement is gone. The problem with procrastination is that it creates a habit of delay. The longer you put something off, the harder it becomes to start. What was once a small step forward now feels like an impossible mountain to climb. The mind starts justifying the delay, convincing you that tomorrow is a better option. But tomorrow never comes for those who always wait. Procrastination is also dangerous because it steals opportunities. Life presents doors of possibility, but those doors do not remain open forever. They close when time is wasted. Many people live with regret, not because they lacked ability, but because they failed to act when the moment was right. They postponed their dreams until it was too late. They had ideas, but they never executed them. They had plans, but they never put them into motion. The world does not reward potential. It rewards action. No matter how great your ideas are, they mean nothing if they are not acted upon. Inside every person lies untapped potential, a wealth of gifts and abilities waiting to be discovered. But potential alone is not enough. It must be activated. Just as a seed contains the potential to become a great tree, it will remain nothing more than a seed if it is not planted, watered, and nurtured. Many people live their entire lives carrying potential that was never realized, dreams that were never pursued, and talents that were never developed. You do not need external validation to start using what is already inside you. You do not need permission to develop your skills, to grow your knowledge, or to pursue your dreams. No one can give you what is already yours. The only way to bring out your true ability is by using it. Just like muscles in the body, the more you exercise your potential, the stronger it becomes. The more you step out and use what you have, the more will be revealed to you. Fear is a deceiver. It whispers lies, convincing you that you are not ready, not capable, and not worthy of success. It magnifies obstacles, making challenges seem larger than they really are. Fear feeds on hesitation, growing stronger every time you choose to step back instead of forward. The problem is not that fear exists, but that too many people listen to it. They allow it to dictate their actions, to control their decisions, and to keep them trapped in mediocrity. Fear does not come to stop you physically. It comes to paralyze you mentally. It plants seeds of doubt, making you question whether you have what it takes. But fear is not real in the way it presents itself. It is simply a projection of uncertainty, a false story your mind creates based on what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. The most dangerous thing about fear is that it keeps you from discovering who you really are. Every time you shrink back, every time you let fear decide for you, you rob yourself of the opportunity to grow. Fear wants you to remain comfortable because comfort is where dreams go to die. The greatest victories are won by those who refuse to be ruled by fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is action despite fear. Those who succeed are not necessarily braver or more fearless than others. They have simply decided not to let fear stop them. They move forward even when they are uncertain. They take risks even when they feel unqualified. They understand that fear is just a test, a barrier that must be broken through to reach the next level. The only way to silence fear is to act in the face of it. Success does not happen by accident. It is not something that randomly falls into a person's lap. It is the result of responsibility, the willingness to take charge of your own destiny. Many people wait for life to hand them opportunities, but opportunities come to those who prepare, who take action, and who refuse to let circumstances control them. Responsibility is the key to unlocking the future you desire. The moment you take full ownership of your life, everything changes. You stop blaming circumstances, people, or the past. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you or open doors for you. Instead, you realize that you have the power to create, to build, and to achieve. When you take responsibility, you eliminate excuses. You no longer say, I can't because, but instead ask, how can I? You become a problem solver, someone who finds solutions instead of reasons to quit. This shift in mindset separates those who succeed from those who do not. Success is not about luck, it is about intentional action. It is about making decisions that align with your purpose even when it is difficult. Those who refuse to take responsibility for their lives remain stuck, always waiting for something outside of themselves to change. But change begins from within. The greatest illusion people live with is the belief that there is always more time. They convince themselves that tomorrow is guaranteed, that they can start later, that the opportunity will still be there when they are ready. But time waits for no one. The moment you hesitate, someone else is moving forward. The moment you delay, life is shifting. Doors are closing and moments are being lost forever. The power of now is the most valuable resource you have because what you do in this moment determines what happens next. There is no perfect time to begin, no magical day when everything aligns. The only time you have control over is now. Many people live in the future, always planning, always thinking about what they will do someday. But someday is a trap. It is a lie that keeps people stagnant, always waiting but never moving. The most successful people understand that action taken today is what shapes tomorrow. They do not wait for all the answers. They do not wait for conditions to be favorable. They start where they are with what they have. Progress is not made by standing still. It is made by stepping forward, no matter how small the step may be. Those who act now understand that delay is dangerous. Waiting too long can turn an opportunity into a missed chance. Ideas that are not acted upon fade away. Dreams that are not pursued become regrets. Every great achievement in history began with a decision to start, even when the path was unclear. It is not about knowing every step in advance. It is about trusting that movement itself will bring clarity. Action reveals possibilities that hesitation will never uncover. The moment you begin, you separate yourself from those who only dream but never do. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for permission. They look for approval, for validation, for someone to tell them that they are ready. But waiting for permission is another form of fear. It is an excuse to avoid responsibility. No one will hand you your dream. No one will knock on your door and give you the perfect opportunity. You must be the one to decide that you are ready, even when you feel unprepared. Those who make an impact in the world do not wait to be chosen. They choose themselves. Waiting for permission keeps you in the shadows. It keeps you small, dependent on the opinions of others. But the truth is, no one knows your potential better than you do. No one can see what is inside you the way you can. The moment you stop seeking permission is the moment you take control of your own destiny. The world responds to confidence, to those who step forward boldly, even when they do not have all the answers. The moment you decide to move, doors begin to open. But if you wait, you will always be at the mercy of circumstances, controlled by external factors instead of shaping your own future. What you do today is shaping the legacy you will leave behind. Many people live as if their actions are temporary, as if their choices only affect the present moment, but everything you do is writing a story. Every decision, every effort, every moment of discipline or laziness is contributing to the narrative of your life. The truth is, you are building something, whether you realize it or not. The question is, what are you building? A legacy is not something that happens at the end of life. It is created in the small daily moments of commitment and perseverance. It is not determined by what you hope to do one day, but by what you consistently do now. People who leave an impact understand that their time on earth is limited, so they do not waste it chasing things that do not matter. They do not live passively, drifting through life without direction. They are intentional. They take ownership of their gifts, their calling, and their influence. Every great leader, innovator, or world changer did not wait until the end of their life to think about their legacy. They built it while they were still alive. With their work, their integrity, and their determination, they understood that the choices they made each day would echo beyond their own lifetime. Many people think legacy is about money, fame, or achievements, but true legacy is about impact. It is about how your life influences others, how your actions inspire change, and how your work continues even after you are gone. The only way to leave something meaningful behind is to start living with purpose now. Waiting until later to build your legacy is dangerous because later is not guaranteed. The only way to ensure that your life has meaning is to be intentional with every day you are given. Every person is born with a problem to solve. The world is not random, and your existence is not a mistake. There is something that only you can contribute, something that the world needs from you. The greatest tragedy is not death, it is living without ever discovering why you were here in the first place. Too many people go through life without ever unlocking their true potential, not because they were incapable, but because they never sought to understand what they were created for. Your gifts, your ideas, your abilities, they are not for you alone. They were given to you to serve a greater purpose, to solve a problem, to bring value to the world. The most successful and fulfilled people are those who understand that their life is meant to be a solution. They do not seek success just for personal gain, but because they recognize that what they have can make a difference. The moment you shift your mindset from focusing only on yourself to seeing how you can serve others, everything changes. Your work becomes meaningful, your efforts have purpose, and your life takes on a new level of significance. Every person is given time, talent, and opportunity, but not everyone uses them wisely. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is not luck, intelligence, or background. It is action. Those who embrace their purpose, take responsibility for their destiny, and refuse to be controlled by fear are the ones who rise above average. They are the ones who turn dreams into reality, potential into greatness, and time into legacy. Nothing happens by accident. The future is not built by wishes, but by intentional decisions, disciplined effort, and an unwavering commitment to move forward. You must understand that nobody else can do this for you. Your success, your growth, and your impact are entirely in your hands. There will always be distractions, excuses, and challenges, but none of them can stop a person who is determined. The world is filled with people who had potential but never acted on it. It is filled with stories of individuals who could have done something great but allowed fear, procrastination, or doubt to rob them of their destiny. Do not become one of them. Do not live your life waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment does not exist. There is no substitute for action. No amount of planning, wishing, or talking about your dreams will make them happen. At some point, you must make the decision to step forward, even when you do not feel ready. Growth happens in the process of movement. Confidence is built through experience. Success is achieved through persistence. The only way to fail is to do nothing. Every setback, every mistake, and every challenge you face is simply part of the process. It is not the end of the road, but a lesson that will shape you into who you need to become. The greatest regret people have at the end of their lives is not what they tried and failed at, but what they never attempted. They look back and wish they had taken risks, pursued their passions, and lived with more purpose. Do not wait until it is too late to realize that your time is your most valuable resource. You have this moment, this opportunity, this season of your life to do something meaningful. Use it wisely. Make decisions that align with your purpose. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to grow. Stay committed to the vision inside you, even when the journey gets difficult. You were not created to live an average life. You were not placed on this earth to simply exist. There is something you are meant to do, something only you can accomplish. The world is waiting for you to rise, to step into your calling, and to bring forth the gifts inside you. Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let procrastination steal your future. Do not wait for permission. The time is now. The responsibility is yours. The choice is in your hand.